David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
But just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. And he reels it in inside the 30. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, running back gets to give. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Now rolling to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
That's reeled in. It's Frazier.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Finds the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's open. Bulldozes him. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He'll keep it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive numbers.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's awesome. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire now on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On 3rd down, going up top. Going to try to get it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And he's got it! Touchdown, Canes!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And they're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Now the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Broncos send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Running it back, it's Hansen. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Looking to scramble. Finally run out of but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
And the Broncos want to move quickly. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Back open in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Line gets set, first down. He'll pull it on the read. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's why it's so important offensively to practice these type of plays. These RPOs, these zone reads, these option plays. And just rep them over and over and over so the quarterback is making the right decisions in...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out, firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here comes the hurry up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Broncos moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snares it outside. It's Frazier.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He's looking deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Trying to make magic with his feet. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll pull it down and run. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Let's see what they've got on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He's going to run it. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll need urgency and efficiency. 10 seconds left on the clock before halftime. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He locked up and held on to bring him down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating...
17. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with
And down he goes back at the 3.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness we still had a little space there.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return, it's Hansen. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Leaves it with the running back. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time.
Tackled on the play.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
The run from the shotgun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground to try to move the chains. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time. The defense was able to get a negative play.
The give from the gun. Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
49, Boise State, 24.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On the ground, it's awesome. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad.
He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points. Touchdowns, and you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. If If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
To the air on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Looking to pass on second down. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Canes. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's awesome. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but
nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
He wants to throw here on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Then how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's complete to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to...
And they got him for the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Slings it. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't
yards.